Hey there, welcome back to day 3 of your 21-day New Year's challenge. Congrats on showing up again today. You're amazing, you're doing this. Let's do it together today. We have 20 minutes of abs, basically just abs straight. So get ready for it. We're gonna do our first plank of the challenge today, then our second and third and fourth plank. Don't be scared. You've got this. You'll take breaks. You can pause the video if you need to. And let's get down there. By the way, before we get into it, I mentioned at the end of one of the days, props will be coming into the challenge soon. So if you don't already have some, you might want like a mini stability ball, a nice squishy ball, slightly bigger than your head. You might want some loop bands. You might want a big long band. You can get those things easily on Amazon, sometimes at the dollar store, sometimes at Winners. So good excuse to go shopping now. You're committing to the challenge 3 days in. Time to invest into some Pilates props. You'll appreciate it, I promise. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, another prop. I always think of more things after I'm done talking. Toning balls or light hand weights, that might also come into play. You could use water bottles instead if you don't want to go out and buy those things, but I like the Marathon toning balls, but light hand weights work too, like 2 or 3 pounds. Anyways, time for your ab workout. Get down onto your back and I'll meet you there. All right, so before we go into the movement, let's do our little stretch warm up. We'll take arms wide to the sides, palms up. Take your feet wide on your mat, and then some windshield wipers. Let's inhale to rock over to one side. Exhale through center. Inhale nice and big. Expand the ribs. Exhale, force that air out. You could even turn your head the opposite way of the knees. I like to push through my opposite foot to really open up the hip. So as knees go to the left, you push through the right foot, and vice versa. Knees go to the right, you push through the left. Let's just finish off 1 or 2 more. Of course, when I said that, it felt even better. Try to finish evenly. And then going into some ab work. Let's just walk your feet a comfortable distance in. Couple pelvic tilts. Let's put those hands back on your belly, thumbs on the bottom ribs, fingers on the hip bones. Tuck the tail and release. Remember those pelvic rocks from day 1? They are back. You've got that marble rolling to the belly button and then rolling away. We'll just do 2 more and then we're getting into the abs. Last one, hold your imprint. Lift your leg one at a time to tabletop. Single leg reach. Exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Drawing the ribs deeper to the mat with each reach. If you want, keep your head down, or maybe you flex up. Hands behind the head, arms reaching, whatever you want to do. Remember, your chin is tucked and your neck is as vertical in space as possible. Watch sure you're not legging it behind. And then let's add in a little kick. So you'll reach, kick your top leg up, and then kind of bend back in, reach and kick. Maybe you do that simultaneously, just reaching everything to that scissor shape and then bending back in. No matter what, you're stable in your abs, even if that means heads down, even if it means you're not reaching as low. Maybe it's more of a higher diagonal scissor. Whatever works for you. You've got this. You came back for day 3. You can do this. I'm really gonna get into the abs today. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself down. Okay, double legs, both legs up, both legs out. Head down or crunch up. Now we did this on day 1 as well. Today maybe you add in the arms. Again, head down or up for that. As you reach the legs, reach the arms above your head. Maybe you circle and tuck, or if that feels like a lot on your brain, just out and in. Draw the belly button to the floor as you reach. And you'll notice I'm not reaching my arms super far back because that causes me to lower down. Instead, keep your chest lifted as everything goes out. Reach up rather than behind you, unless you've got head down, in which case maybe the arms reach back a little further. Let's finish off 3 more. You have this. Last one. Little break. Then let's just reach your legs long to the sky, and then turn your legs out, knees and toes face out. Crisscross your ankles. Legs are gonna start to go lower and lower and lower and lower, and then climb back up. Breathe on that exhale whenever it feels good, whenever it feels needed. And you could have your head up to you. Maybe you're fluttering both ankles at once. Maybe you're kind of doing one then the other. It doesn't matter. I'm kind of going back and forth. Let's do 2 more. This last one, I want you to hold it down low and just crisscross, flutter, flutter, flutter. Flex up a little higher if you're up. Draw the ribs down deeper. Let's enjoy the burn. That's what we're here for. Inner thighs are also working. Keep those legs really straight and strong. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Hello, welcome to day 3. It's okay if you're taking breaks through that. It doesn't matter, do what you can. The windshield wipers feel like a good idea. Maybe you do some too. Okay, then let's flip over and do a little bit of extension to help balance that out. Today, let's start elbows bent by your sides. I got my feet to the edges of my mat. And I like to bring my elbows as close as I can to my hips without them popping off the floor. And I have them about mat width, so I'm not squished. Now, catch your breath. We're gonna lift up just a little bit to start. Elbows stay down. How high can you lift with the elbows down? And then lower. So just a thoracic spinal extension, upper spine focused. That's the part that doesn't like extension as much, so it's important to focus on that a bit more. I'm keeping my tail tucked, glutes are on to support the low back. And as I lift, shoulders glide together and down my back. It's like I'm trying to slide my shoulder blades into my back pockets. You know, if leggings had back pockets. Now, you could stick with that. If you're feeling good, full range. Let the elbows eventually peel off the floor, find your fullest extension, and then control it back down. Keep the elbows on the floor for as long as possible. That way you get into your upper spine extension first, then you're adding in the low back. And just watch your shoulders. It's not a push, it's a pull. So keep the shoulders slid away from the ears. Keep the hands somewhat light on the floor. They definitely support you, but you're not pushing. We'll do 3 more. My back definitely feels a lot more stiff after the holidays and not doing so much. It might look like I'm going up pretty high. Again, I have a decent amount of back extension, but for me, it feels stiff today. So be patient with yourself. That's why we're doing this challenge, to get back into the groove, to tune back into our bodies. All right, after that last one, press back into a shallow stretch. Big breath. And then let's do some work on hands and knees. You could do elbows for this one if needed. Spread the fingers wide. Toes are tucked underneath you today. Set the shoulders, press away from the mat, shoulders away from ears, inner part of the elbows face forwards, so you're spinning inwards. Now, start by just picking up your knees an inch off the floor, and then lower down. Exhale, hover. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. So your core is bracing itself each time you go to hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reset. Such a small motion, but you get a good deep connection in your core, plus your thighs will start to heat up. Let's do 2 more. Last one, hold it up. Step 1 leg out. Step your second leg out, you're in a full plank. Put your first knee back in, second knee back in. Keep going, out, out, in. So you're stepping into your full plank, but then you're stepping back to 4-point, okay? I like the exhale as I step into the plank. Inhale to return. You can do what you want. Just make sure your hips haven't started piking to the sky. Keep your shoulders over your wrists, keep the hips low, knees stay hovered. Last one, pause in your plank. Then step your other knee in to lead the way. You were probably just leading the way with one leg, so now switch. It's okay if you forgot, just keep moving. It doesn't matter too much. Keep those elbows pointing forwards. You've got this. Shoulders will heat up, core heats up, legs, whole body workout. 2 more. Last one, hold your full plank, and then a down dog. You're welcome to step hands and feet closer together. Let's take a break there. Maybe you pedal out the ankles. All right, back into planks. When you're ready, you're gonna shift forwards, hit your plank. Then shift back down dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, dog. I did it backwards, that's okay. Make sure your ankles are moving as you shift forwards, let the heels lift. And then sink the heels for your down dog. Mobilizing your shoulders and strengthening your abs. And the upper back for sure. One more time. And then let's lower, shell stretch. Okay, just a little bit more plank work there. Let's now just go into a mountain climber, okay? Smooth mountain Pilates after all. We might as well climb this mountain. I'm upside down on my mountain mat today, but that's okay. I'll climb upside down, even harder. When you're ready, hands or elbows, step up, feet together. Exhale, tuck your knee. Inhale, step it out. You can stay just long and neutral. Personally, I like to round my back as I curl my knee in, lengthen as I step up. Whatever feels right for you. I'm kind of pulling my belly away from my thigh. I find that this is a little nicer on my shoulders because you get that shifting back and forth motion. Whereas if you stay stable, it puts a bit more pressure in the shoulders for sure. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. I think we have one more plank in us. You've got this. We're gonna do just a plank hold for a Pilates instructor's version of 10 seconds, okay? So, hands, elbows, knees or toes. You could do modified. You could even do it at the wall. Do what works for you. I think I'll do elbows this time. Ready, set, go. Good news is your Pilates instructor is doing it with you. So my counting can't be too horrible because I'm experiencing it too. 10 seconds from here. Did I start late? Yeah, I did. 7, cinch up your waist. Almost push the mat deeper into the floor. Same thing as 4-point, you don't want to sink your shoulders. Probably like 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. And that's it. All right. Now, let's just go flat on your back again. We'll work your abs a bit more. This time, let's leave the legs long on the floor and reach your arms straight to the sky. I like to flex my ankles. You could point, just no floppy feet. Nod your chin. Flex up, reach your fingers to your toes, and then lower down. It's not a big crunch. You're just finding imprint. Slide your ribs down into the mat. Scoop the belly, and then lower. You kind of go to the spot that feels sticky and not past that. Exhale, lift. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. We're keeping energy reaching out of our heels, reaching out of our fingertips. And that's going to help us to slide the ribs down to the mat, slide the belly button down, and connect into the abs. Now, this time, stay up. Holding it there. I like to point my toes here. Let's lift and lower. As high as you want to go, but make sure it doesn't compromise your form. I always confuse those two. And then right after I say it, I always realize I said the wrong one. Exhale, lift. Crunching up almost a little higher. Inhale, lower. If you want to do head down, that's fine. Make it work for you. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and lower. Okay, we gotta go up again. Take breath, mentally prepare. And now let's physically prepare. Reach out of your toes, reach your way up, crunch. And this time lift one leg 45 degrees, tiny circles, just big enough to challenge your stability, but not so big that hips are moving. Keep equal weight between those hips. We got 4, maybe crunch up higher. 2, and 1, reverse. Reach long out of both sets of toes. Floor legs active too, that will help you to stay more balanced. Only 2, and 1. Let's lower in between, and then we'll do the second side. All right, flex up, let's get it done. Lift and circle. Three, 2, 1, reverse. Crunch up higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower. How good does that breath afterwards feel though? It kind of makes it all worth it. Okay. You guys know I like my twists. Kind of making that my thing. It's like not my thing. It's just usually it gets into the abs deeper. Legs together, hands together. Crunch up, hands above your thighs. Take your hands from one thigh up and over to the other thigh. You're rainbowing side to side. Reaching a little closer to that ankle with every reach over. And you're still keeping your hips equally weighted. Opposite hip stays heavy as you take it over. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold this one and pulse higher and higher and higher. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second side, get it over with. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and no more sides. Feels good. Okay. Now let's just flip over. We'll do one more back extension, back into your swan. or maybe just that baby swan. Elbows slide down, roll the shoulders down and back, lift up as high as feels good. Let's just do one more. Just to balance out all that flexion you just did. And then take a shell stretch. Push the mat away from you, round your back, maybe sway. One more breath. And you're done. Another day done. Great job, you guys. Day 3 is in the books. You should feel good. Your abs should feel a little bit birdie. I hope you feel good the rest of today, and don't forget to maybe grab some props for the rest of the challenge. Again, you don't need them. You can do it without. It's just nice to have them. So go ahead and get on with the rest of your day and feel good about it because you did your Pilates today. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.